Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. I'll be taking you through today's video and covering off some Bitcoin prices, some updates to Coinbase. Apparently they are leaving the US, and also moving into some Swissborg news. And then also I've got some interesting news regarding Bitget, which if you have followed the Coffee and Crypto video series the past few weeks, you'll know that I am personally a big fan of the Bitget platform, but also a big fan of what they do in terms of bringing new projects and airdrops and whatnot. So I do have an airdrop for you in today's video, which I do find quite interesting, which, yeah, like I said, stick around. I'll cover that near the end of the video, and please sit down, relax, grab a coffee if you haven't already, and enjoy today's video. Now, of course, as ever, like today's video if you haven't already, and drop me a comment if you are watching this either live or you're watching it back on your phone, laptop, whatever it may be. So, enough of that, let's crack on and first of all chat about the prices. That's normally how I like to start these videos, is seeing where we are in crypto over the past 24 hours since yesterday's Coffee and Crypto episode. Now, Bitcoin then currently sitting at 28,600, so up slightly from yesterday's video. We're up around 2% on the day. Now, Ethereum sitting at around 1,800, there's not much movement in that. It is up 1.5%, but yeah, really not a huge bit of movement across the board really, but I will continue through and chat over the prices. We also then have BNB, which is sitting at 323, XRP at 45 cents, pretty much 46 cents actually, but that's down 1% on the day. We have then Cardano at 38 cents, Doge at 0.78, Polygon at almost $1, so it's sitting at 97 cents. That's actually up 1.5% as well. And then finally we have Solana at $21, down about a percentage on the day. So bit of a mixed bag. Things are up 1%, things are down 1%. There's not really much going on, as I said. Still holding and maintaining the 28k mark for Bitcoin, so that's important. And I'm going to show you a few tweets regarding Twitter, obviously from Twitter, but regarding Bitcoin, just showing you that the hash rates and the popularity of Bitcoin is still very, very, very much up. And yeah, it's looking very positive now. I will crack on with the news first and foremost. I don't have huge amounts of news, simply because there's not a lot of, well, there's definitely a lot of things happening in crypto, that's a lie, but when I bring these news, kind of Coffee and Crypto every single morning, I try and pick out news articles that I know that you'll care about, and news articles that I care about as well, and just want to make it an enjoyable watch. I don't want to kind of bombard you here sitting with 20 different news articles about stuff that you don't really care about. So I'm here for 20 minutes each day, trying to make it snappy, trying to make it fun, and trying to make it relevant as well. So yes, first news article of today then, Coinbase. So Coinbase International Exchange launches amid the SEC crypto crackdown in the US. So again, I feel like this is quite an important news article to cover, simply because, well, for two reasons. One, Coinbase, we have been chatting quite a bit about Coinbase the past few weeks. And secondly, regarding the regulation in the US, which again, we have been chatting about quite a bit over the past few weeks. Now, as the cryptocurrency industry faces regulatory challenges in the United States, public crypto exchange Coinbase is moving forward with its global derivatives platform. So, positive to see. About time, I would say, because Coinbase is obviously an American and a US publicly traded company. They have always been set up in the US as much as they're available worldwide, but due to the regulatory kind of issues they're seeing with derivatives and whatnot, then they are looking to move out of the US and internationally. So on May the 2nd, which was yesterday, Coinbase announced the launch of the Coinbase International Exchange. It's coined CIE, a new institutional platform designed for crypto derivatives trading. Now, it will start by listing Bitcoin and Ether. As always, it always starts with the kind of big two later in the week. And they will be settled on Coinbase-backed stablecoin USDC. So there'll be no fiat on-ramps. It's simply just crypto to crypto. So Quite interesting. Now, Coinbase stressed that direct access trading on the CIE is available to institutional clients via the application programming interface in eligible non-US jurisdictions, and these products are not available to retail customers at this time. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why are you telling me this information? Like I just said a few minutes ago, the fact that this is happening is big enough for the crypto space, and I feel like it is just, again, quite important to show that companies like Coinbase, who are the kind of main name in the US behind kind of, I suppose, Binance US, are having to move elsewhere, are having to look to move out of the US. Because, again, as we say on this channel, it's not looking good, bruv, for the crypto regulatory stuff in the US. Now, I don't think that there's going to be a huge ban or crackdown or real issue with crypto in America. I feel like just now, because we're in very uncertain times, it feels like it's over. It feels like the worst thing possible. And you're seeing big companies move out, and that's just, I guess, a bit of forward planning more than anything. And they're starting to open up their eyes and think, well, hang on a minute, we don't have to rely on the US. We can go elsewhere and we can still make money for a business and still grow. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. It's not that the US is kind of stopping crypto. There will just be regulations in place, and the in-between period that we're seeing just now, with lawsuits getting handed out left, right and centre from Mr. Gary Gensler in the SEC, it is just uncertain times. So yeah, don't think for a minute that I believe there'll be a ban on crypto. I don't think that will ever happen. I just feel like they'll start to globally accept it, and especially in the US, accept it, or at least have some sort of written guidance or some formal guidance on how it works, how to trade it and whatnot. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. That's why I feel like these big companies are moving elsewhere. They kind of, like I said, future planning and to cover themselves. They are a business at the end of the day. They need to continue to make money, so they must kind of follow the trend. So, yeah, again, there's not much more in this article other than just wanted to let you know that Coinbase, like I said, has moved forward and they are launching an exchange internationally. So, big up to Coinbase. It makes sense, about time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other exchanges will follow suit and have already followed suit and been set up in the Bahamas and stuff, because the regulatory stuff is a lot more accepted. So yes, very, very interesting. So, next part of today's video is regarding Swissborg. So, you may have seen from the Swissborg, sorry, not from the Swissborg, from the YouTube name of this video, the premium I feel is discounted. Now, the reason I say that is, let me just grab, I've got an image here on my screen. Let me just move and show you this first. So this here then, hopefully you can see it on if you're watching it on a phone, but this here's a screenshot from my Swissborg account, which I got 2 nights ago. Just scrolling through Swissborg as I do and checking transactions, just being kind of a bit bored and just playing with the Swissborg Wealth app, which, by the way, if you don't have a Swissborg Wealth app, there's a link below and you'll get a deposit bonus when you sign up. But this here you'll see it says 50,000 CHSB for a total value of $5,611. And that was for my Genesis upgrade. So essentially what this is I am a Genesis Premium member, so I can actually just move this over. In fact, look, there's it as well, quite crucial. I bought this on the 4th of December 2020 for $5,000, right? So just remember that when I move this off screen. Now back to this screen then. So Genesis. So Genesis is technically closed, so it's more for the kind of OGs and the original investors of Swissborg, which I was back early 2020, where you could upgrade your account for X amount, whatever the price was at the time. Like I said, I paid $5,600, and you lock that up for 12 months, and for doing that, you would get benefits such as 2 times yield boost. So at the time, I was getting something like 20 or 30% on USDT or USDC. Sorry, yeah, it was ridiculous. The yield bonuses were absolutely insane because I was a a Genesis premium member, so I was getting double what anyone else was getting. So that made me a lot of extra money for doing nothing. And then also the biggest one for me personally is the fees. So essentially it's 0 to, well, you can see here, 0 to 0.25%, which essentially is zero. Most things are zero. It's pretty much free to move and buy and sell crypto on the Swissborg platform now that I'm a Genesis member. And that was one of the biggest kind of driving forces for me when I seen it, because again, if you're in crypto and you use Binance, BYBIT, I mean, literally any crypto exchange, you'll know that there's fees. Now, these fees might not seem like a lot because it's only a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there. But myself, I was using a lot of kind of money to move around and buy crypto, sell crypto, send it here, send it there. So these fees were starting to kind of add up. And I primarily used to use Coinbase where the fees were quite high. But yeah, so this is one of the driving factors for me upgrading my account was, well, first and foremost, I was getting 2 times return on my yield. So that made sense. It was making me extra money for nothing, essentially. And then also, yeah, the fees. So the fees are a huge deal for me personally. And the Genesis account that I bought just made sense. Now, the other reason why I'm saying that it's a discount, or I believe that these premiums are at a discount, is, well, you've seen there that I bought that on the 4th of December 2020 when the price of Swissborg token was like 8 or 9 or 10 cents. I can't exactly remember how cheap it was, but it was pretty darn cheap. And at one point, that account was worth over $78,000. That's insane. So, like, it shows you 2 things, actually. It shows you, one, how early I was and how kind of ready I was to kind of sign up to having a good platform that I could trust and get these bonuses, or these benefits rather. But also it shows you the price that it went from when we invested. I think we invested in Swissborg at like 5-6 cents. I can't remember. It was fairly cheap, and it went to about $1.50. It was sold out a little bit. Obviously I kept my account, but the other kind of side of that is, like I said, that investment, because technically you're still investing, because I had to buy the CHSB token to then lock it up to then gain the account. So I still had those 50,000 Swissborg tokens locked up, which I still do, of course, and I'm happy to keep them locked up because of the benefits I'm getting. But it went from $5,000 to $78,000. If I really wanted to, I could have just, well, unlocked them, lost my account technically, or my bonus account, but I would have had $78,000 on my account for a $5,000 investment. So that's another huge driving factor. And I guess the locking up period is just a bit of a commitment from you. Now, I done it. I mean, the bull run really kind of kicked off, and the prices really kicked off midway or almost the last quarter of that 12-month period. But again, I wasn't bothered because I knew I wanted the account for the long term, but it was just interesting to see that account would have technically cost me, if I wanted to get that same account with the same benefits, the same 2x yield, the same 0% fees, it would have cost me $78,000, but I only paid $5,000 and was getting the exact same benefits. So pretty insane. And the reason I'm telling you today on today's video, now I did tell this to members of our Discord community yesterday and tried to home in on the fact how important this is, especially nowadays with Swissborg's hero score and stuff that they've got. Again, won't go into that, but check out the Swissborg, obviously the website tells you full detail, but if you're a Discord member, check out our podcast section. We covered that in the Swissborg podcast. But on the screen, you'll see the kind of closest to Genesis now, which is currently ongoing, is Generation. You only need to lock up 20,000 tokens, so more than half of what I had to lock up. You're still getting a 2x yield boost. Your fees are pretty much the same, 0.5%. Same thematics, 1%, and the same card funding. So essentially, it's the same account, but you're getting it for, what is that? It's like 60, nearly 70% cheaper than what I paid for it, or 70% less tokens than what I've had to lock up. Again, I'm not mad. I've benefited from this for years. But if you haven't got a premium account on Swissborg, I highly, highly, highly suggest you think about it, because it's not expensive. Well, currently it's not expensive. The price of Swissborg is only 17 or 18 cents. Therefore, it's not much more than what I paid for it. And like I said, it's been $1.50. So if you procrastinate and put this off, the account, or this, I guess it's like a membership, like I guess, to an extent, only gets more expensive. So the earlier you get your premium account, the more value for money you actually get from the account, because it only gets more expensive. So you're kind of more exclusive in the club because you got it earlier, but also you see the value of that asset going up, knowing that you're getting the fees cheaper, you're getting double the yield boost, or if you go for a lesser tier, you're getting 1.75 or 1.5. You can see it here on the screen. And yeah, I just want to kind of home in on the fact that it's super, super cheap now to get a premium account. I would advise anyone to do so if you are happy to lock up your tokens. Of course, don't just listen to me, do your own research on this. But from experience, I paid a little amount of money for my account, and it was worth nearly $80,000 at one point. And that was just my account. Obviously, I had my own Swissborg token as well. I personally done really, really well from Swissborg token, holding it for, from 2020 till obviously throughout the bull market, sorry. And yeah, we're big fans of Swissborg, as you know, if you follow the channel or you are a follower on Twitter or Instagram, or even one of our members, you'll know we are big fans. And this is for good reason, and this is one of those good reasons. Now, sorry that was quite an in-depth part of today's Coffee and Crypto, but I just really want to help you watching this video make it as best as you can in crypto. I've been here for 5 years now, I've seen it all, and yeah, I'm just trying to pass on my knowledge, my experience to you, the viewer. So yeah, hopefully you take something in and you act on it. But like I said, description below today if you want a Swissborg account, if you don't already, and you can upgrade your account in the Wealth app. Moving swiftly back on to a little bit of news, and now I did cover something similar to this news article. This is like a follow-up to the UK HM Treasury kind of regulatory stuff they're trying to do in the UK, which I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but I am a fan of. If you want to know why I'm a fan of regulatory updates or things going on in the UK, check out yesterday's video, or check out kind of any of the videos on the channel. I have spoken about it quite a few times in the past. Now, CZ, obviously the big man at Binance, the CEO of Binance, has tweeted out yesterday afternoon that last week Binance responded to the UK HM Treasury's consultation on the Future Financial Services Regulatory Regime for Crypto Assets. Fairly long name, hey-ho, we'll move on. Always good to see policymakers openly seek input and suggestions, and this is kind of what I had mentioned on the video. It's good to see them in the UK actually pushing forward for this, unlike the US where they just don't really have much of a clue. Now, again, I'm not going to read through this whole kind of thread because it's pretty much everything that I covered in the previous video, so go back and watch my previous video, and of course you would have watched that if you're subscribed to the channel. But yeah, go check out CZ's Twitter page and read through the thread. Essentially, he is a fan of the same risk, same regulatory outcome is the right approach. That we mentioned that in the previous video. So yeah, really, really positive to see CZ tweeting about this and talking about the UK regulatory standpoint. Bearing in mind, CZ is obviously not from the UK, but his exchange is global and he cares about crypto globally, much like most of us. So go check it out and let me know your opinions on, most of you guys watching this will be from the UK, so let me know in the comments below what you think of the UK being a global hub for crypto and where you see the future of crypto in the UK. It would be quite interesting to hear your thoughts. Now, Will Clemente on Twitter, you may follow him, you may have at least heard of him in the past. He is quoted here, there's a huge spike in the Bitcoin transaction fees over the last week. Fees are currently the highest they've been since July 2021. So there's a serious demand. Again, I've mentioned this so many times. There is still so much demand for Bitcoin. It's incredible. And let me see if I can open this up if my Wi-Fi will allow me to. Yeah, there you go. So quite clear to see the absolute spike in the transaction fees. Now, this might not seem like a huge deal to you or whatever it may be. You're just thinking, what's the price of Bitcoin? Why hasn't it risen? But all these things matter so much in the crypto space, and it just shows you that regardless of what the price is doing at the moment, if the price action's not that great or it's kind of sitting at a $28,000 level, which I can't even say it's a boring level, because literally 3 months ago we were at $16,000, so we're almost like 100% higher than what we were just a few months ago. But if you are thinking, it's a bit boring just now, nothing's really happening, I'm kind of bored of crypto, nothing, I'd rather kind of focus on something else, then give yourself a shake. You're never going to make it in crypto if that's your attitude for a start. Things are still moving forward, regardless if you are watching crypto, paying attention to crypto. As long as you're invested in crypto, you should really pay attention to it. But even if you're not, things are still churning away in the background, and things are still moving in the background in preparation to the next bull run, which I can almost guarantee the people that are saying today, I'm just not that interested anymore, crypto's a bit boring, I'm going to look at like buying like stocks and like investing in like property, like, nah, like give them 12 months and I bet they come running back to crypto, because they know the gains are made in crypto. And there's a reason why I continue to do this every single day, and have done for over 5 years, but in the business for 3 years now. There's a reason we do this, because we know, we have experience, we have gained like money from crypto, and we know how it works. So yeah, if you are that type of person, if you're a little bit kind of procrastinating on, I might kind of not too sure about crypto, then give yourself a shake. Watch these videos every single morning, and if you know someone who is like that, send this video, clip this video, send this part in the video to that person, and tell them that Big Don from the YouTube Coffee and Crypto told you to watch this and pay attention to crypto if you really, really, really want to get rich in the next few years. Yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a rant, but I just find it so incredible that everything's still going so crazy in crypto. So much is still happening in crypto. People are still making fortunes in crypto. You're even making money on meme coins now. Like, that's how crazy it is, which I'm going to move on to in just a sec. But you're even making money on a meme coin, and people are thinking that crypto is boring. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that rant, let's chat about a meme coin. Good Gensler. So I mentioned this on yesterday's video, and it's up 41% since I mentioned it. Let me know, did you buy some? Hopefully you did, because you would have gained quite a lot in the past 24 hours. Now, in the past 24 hours, we did spike even higher than 40%, but it has come down slightly since then. And like I mentioned yesterday on the kind of meme coin topic, is these are very volatile. You can be stung. You can make a hell of a lot of money, but you can also be stung. So just be careful if you are going to kind of jump into these. But yeah, let me know, did you or did you not buy some yesterday after I mentioned it on the stream? It was up, like I said, from yesterday's video, currently 41%. So you're welcome. First of all, I hope you've done your own research. Don't just invest in something because I told you to. I always do my own research and make sure I'm comfortable before I invest, and you should do too. But yeah, meme coins are making people money, but people are bored of crypto. They don't want to get involved in crypto. It's, I want to move on and do something else. Yet they're making 40% in 24 hours on a meme coin. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, so last part of today's video, the juicy part, it's an airdrop. I mentioned it at the start of the video, so I'm glad you stayed around to watch this. And it's about the Bitget Candy Bomb, or DEG it's called. It's an airdrop, which actually I'll bring it up on this screen. It's a bit better, and I've changed it to white, so hopefully you can see me here. Now, I have managed to get an image saved, which I'll bring onto the screen in just a second, but the reason I wanted to bring this to you, again, if you're a follower and viewer of Coffee and Crypto and this channel, you'll know that I'm a big fan of the Bitget exchange. We've used it quite a lot the past few weeks for our copy trading. Now, check out the YouTube channel if you haven't seen the videos we've been making on Bitget's copy trading platform. Again, we're making some money on there and some good gains, and it's very exciting to see this. Now, the part I want to bring you today is, well, you can see it right now on your screen, DEG. So Degis has been listed on Candy Bomb. Now, what is Candy Bomb? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me just bring this screen. In fact, I've got two things I can show you. I managed to save two kind of pieces that will hopefully make it a bit more understanding on what it actually is. So, It's an airdrop, first and foremost. There's no KYC. There's 100% winning for everyone. You can claim tickets with simple tickets, and there's also a trading pool and a referral pool. So that's the first image I wanted to show you to give you a kind of brief understanding. But this one here, which I'll need to make a bit larger just so you can see it on your screen. So Bitget Candy Bomb then. So what is Candy Bomb? Let's make this like this. Here we go. So Candy Bomb is a candy airdrop platform recently launched by Bitget. Users who complete tasks and get tickets will win token airdrops. The Candy Bomb promotion has 2 regular prize pools and the Sunshine Pool. Now, I'm not going to read through the whole image here because it would take me a bit of time, but pause the video if you want to actually read in detail the numbers and what you can benefit from and what the airdrop includes. I'm going to just cover it off in a little bit more detail just so you can get an understanding of, well, should you join in the airdrop. Now, how do you participate? Well, first of all, you need to sign up to Bitget. Now, that's quite obvious. There is a link in today's description to get a Bitget account if you don't already have one. Then you would go to the Candy Bomb page on there and use the register button, and then Bitget will begin calculating spot trading volume and referrals only after you complete registration for the promotion. Now, moving on to the actual article posted by Bitget, the project then, Degis is an all-in-one protection protocol built on Avalanche, and the ultimate goal is to build a universal crypto protection platform and shape the decentralized protection ecosystem. The risk management services mainly include providing insurance mechanisms to protect users from hacking and other security risks, aiming to provide users with a safer and more reliable trading and governance environment, while providing users the insurance and reward mechanisms to incentivize users to contribute to the security and stability platform. So it's raised over $3 million in angel and seed rounds so far. So it's quite a big project. It's quite a large project to say the least. And it's available from May the 4th, which is actually tomorrow. So you still have some time to get involved. And like I said, in today's description, there is a link if you want to join in. I personally will be joining in because I want some free tokens for completing the kind of tokens, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. I know I brought you previous things with Bitget, and most of you guys watching this video did sign up and have done really well from Bitget in the past. So yeah, let me know if you get signed up. Drop me a comment in today's video and let me know if you managed to get any of these tokens from Candy Bomb and from the DEG token, which of course will fluctuate in price. So once you get the airdrop, it's potentially going to make you money in the future if all goes well with the project, which I'm a big believer of, and hopefully you are too. So yeah, click the link in today's description, get a Bitget account, and let me know how you get on. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. I do these each and every single day, so please come back tomorrow and the next day for another episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you feel like these videos bring you information that you need and you enjoy them. Drop a like, and of course, like I said, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that good stuff. If you do want more from us, there's plenty of links in today's description. We do have a 2,000 plus member community Discord, which I'd love to see you join, and I'd love to chat to you in there with all our active members. So yeah, there's a link below. Join our Discord, let's get chatting offline. And again, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. See ya.